Abney hand level, a hand serving instrument designed to measure the elevation of depression expressed in degree or percent. Accidental error, an error due to combination of cause beyond of the ability of the observer to control and for which is impossible to make correction. Altimeter, an instrument used to measure height and altitude, graduated in feet or meter. Azimuth, refer to the direction given by the angles between the meridian and line measured in clockwise direction, usually reckoned from the south branch of the meridian. Box sight, a sight taken with transit along the line known direction to reference point, usually in the rear. Bearing, the direction of any line with respect to the given meridian. Benchmark, fixed references point whose location and elevation are known and serve as a references for leveling work in the given locality. Tuning, the operation of measuring horizontal or inclined distance with a tape. Tuning pin, a steel pin about 1 foot long, used temporarily for making the distance of the end of the tape as distance are to be measured. Clinometer, an instrument used for measuring the vertical angle or slopes. Closed traverse, a survey in which the traverse line from a closed figure or window ends points coincide. Compass, a handheld instrument used in making rough survey line with references of direction of a magnetic needle. Contour, an imaginary line of constant elevation on the ground. Contour interval, a fixed vertical distance between two successive contour lines at different elevation. Crosshair, a line of sight composed of vertical and horizontal hairs fastened to the reticles. Datum, a plane references of the other's elevation referred to. Deflection angles, the angles between the line and the line prolongation to the preceding line to the succeeding line. Departure, a horizontal components of traverse line wherein the distance is multiplied by the sine and the bearing angles of the line. Depression contour, a contour which the elevation of the adjacent contour line do not indicate which condition is represented. Difference in elevation, the vertical distance between level surface. Differential leveling, the operation of difference of elevation of points some distance of points share the surface of the earth above and below and assume on the unassumed surface. Direct leveling, a method by which the differences in road reading held at 2 points is equal to the difference in elevation between those points. Elevation, the vertical distance above and below arbitrary assumed assumed surface level or datum. Fieldwork, an activity of making or recording all measurements in the field. Flagman, a person whose duty to hold the flag or or range poles at selected points directed by the transit man. Foresight, a site taken with the level at a point where elevation of which is to be determined. Foresight distance, a horizontal distance from the center of the instrument to the road where the site was taken. Geodetic surveying, a type of surveying which takes into account the shape to the earth, height of instrument, the elevation of line of sight of the telescope when the instrument is leveled or above the datum. Heliotrope, the position of the points to be sighted by means of sunlight reflected by the instrument.